This certifies that the student has satisfactorily completed the curriculum as prescribed for graduation from 8th grade from Genesis Christian School and is therefore awarded this diploma given on the 16th day of May 2019. Noah Blewett. Lillian Hyde. David Mahilo. And Adrian Polk.
You know, anytime you finish a year at a school, we as teachers, or I should say administrators, both, know the work that they've put into a year. Because everything that they've received tonight, they've earned. It's not something that's given to them. They've worked hard for it, to include our 6th and 7th graders. And our 7th graders that will now be our 8th graders next year, when you are up here, think about the same things. Because here's the one thing that was evident in all 4 of them, those teachers. David was here since 2nd grade. Adrian and Lily since 6th grade. And Noah. Here's what I'd like to do. All current and former teachers of Genesis, please stand. Beyond any shadow of a doubt, they invest in your kids. And that is something that sometimes doesn't get known until kids of this age get up here and communicate that to them. And that's something that we need to communicate to our teachers as often as possible. One of the things that I try to do, you guys come in here, you're in the classroom day in and day out, pouring yourself and God into them to make a difference so that when they leave Genesis, they make a difference in their neighborhoods and communities. That's what it's all about. Thank you, guys. You know, one last thought. As all of our kids walk through these doors each and every day, they are covered with prayer. We had a little bit of a praise this morning of one of our students getting saved. And yes, that's it. We sometimes, and I told the staff this morning, I'm partially at fault. Pastor Brett and I even had a conversation about a month or so ago that we've got to do better at celebrating those. And you can count that will be celebrated. Not so much to where we're going to bring these kids up and embarrass some of the younger ones. That's not what it's about. But it's so that the staff and others know that we are here first and foremost for Christ. And that's what is important. That is what we are trying to push through and glorify, grow, and go. We had chapel on Wednesday. Not a message, but I just told them, I said, everything that we do, we are doing to glorify God. And along the way, we are trying to grow with God. Because if we are glorifying and growing with God, we're taking Christ with us wherever we are. And that's the go. We are Christ's ambassadors. And it starts in our neighborhoods, starts in your neighborhoods, then goes to our community, city, county, and so on. And we can make a difference. These kids can make a difference. I'm standing here in front of you today because of a child of mine came to Christ and impacted me, which then brought me to Christ. So each and every one of you, and 6th and 7th graders, you can influence and impact adults each and every moment. So as we leave here today, as we leave here tonight, can we keep that in our hearts and minds? Because that's where we're going to make a difference. So, a little bit of instruction before we close. We're going, after our prayer, we're going to allow the 8th graders to proceed out to the gathering place. And then the 8th grade families, you can follow them. And then that way we can let them get set, and then we